Today we have an iPhone X that's in for no power. The only thing I've done is remove the screen and test the power up response with the power supply, which I'm going to show you now. So when we raise the voltage, we get an instant 1 amp draw. So we've got a main power rail short, and our first step is to take the board out of the housing and measure with diode mode. Another thing, we can see the water damage indicator is red, so we could be dealing with a corrosion problem. But the board looks relatively good from the outside. We'll take another look once it's out of the housing.
My audio cuts out here, but I measured the battery connector and the battery VCC was short. I was getting a diode mode reading of 0.001. I then measured VDD main and got 0.076, which is much lower than it should be. So I turn on my thermal cam and inject voltage again to see where the heat comes from. And you can see a capacitor right next to the battery connector is lighting up. So I remove the shorted capacitor. And then I measure it with continuity mode to verify that it is in fact short. And as expected, it buzzes. After removing the capacitor, we measure the battery connector and VDD main, and the short is gone. All the readings are back to normal. So we test the power response once again. But the board was still drawing current before we clicked the power button. The current draw was much lower than before, but it still indicated that we had another short. So I pull out the thermal camera to look for more heat. And we can see that there's heat coming from the inside of the board. So I had no choice but to separate the board and inspect it inside. We then injected voltage into the top board alone and saw that the boost IC was heating up. But before confirming that the boost IC itself was short, I needed to make sure that it wasn't another short component that was overdrawing the power from it. So I measured the VDD boost line with diode mode to verify that it was short, and it was. Then I proceeded to use the thermal camera to look for another source of heat. And you can see there's a VDD boost capacitor that's glowing. So this was likely the cause of the heat coming from the boost IC. And after further inspection, we can see that the capacitor is in fact water damaged. And again, we always verify that the components we remove are in fact short, which this one was. So we plug in the power supply to test the current draw again. And we're able to get to battery voltage without any current draw. The main power rails are no longer short. We then test the power up response, but we get an abnormal reading. It looks like the board is stuck in DFU current. So our next step is to plug in our dock connector and connect it to our computer to see if it detects. And our 3U tools does detect the device in DFU mode. More than likely the owner tried to restore the device hoping it would fix it. But as a result, the restore failed and the phone will be stuck in DFU mode until we restore the firmware.
Okay, my audio was not capturing. As you can see, our flash failed, but we can see that it failed during the baseband flash, which is because we don't have our lower board connected. So I'm just going to put this board back together and then we'll restore one more time. Okay, our board is reassembled. Let's put this in the housing and restore. Looks like either our screen is not working or we have a display issue. Let's wait for this to finish restoring and then we'll test it with a good screen. Okay, it looks like we successfully flashed. Alright, let's test with a known good screen. Okay, it looks like it was a screen problem. Alright. Okay, we're activated. It's safe to reassemble it now. Well, that concludes it. That's how you fix an iPhone 10 with no power. I'll see you guys in the next video.